Welcome to the research article video. As you're going in sequence in this first week, I want to make sure that you're trained on how to look up research articles and also find ways to understand what it looks like, what a research article looks like. Okay, so if your articles that you're trying to find for this Sunday's assignment do not look, do not have these contents, then it's not going to be accepted. Okay, so you want to make sure you understand what a research article looks like. I'm giving you an example here. All right, now a research article typically has these kind of contents. First off, you'll see an abstract right here, which an abstract is basically just a summary of the entire study. So it's like why the study was done, what they do, what were the results, and what did the findings suggest, pretty much is what you're looking at. Okay. When you read that, you get a pretty good idea what the article's about. Now, here's the beginning of the article, which is known as the introduction. Now, this introduction is good information, but it's stuff that you won't be using in your research when you write your essay. An introduction is just basically the researchers or researcher building the case as to why they're doing the study. Like as you see here, some in here it says importantly in 1994, and it talks about what happened in 1994 in the U.S. Congress and what they challenged. That's the part of the history. So the researchers are going to use history and also some more recent studies to build their case. Okay, now if you scroll down, you'll see a methods section, which is basically like the sample pool. Who were the participants? What were their demographics? Who's involved in the study type of thing. Okay, so you'll see stuff like what they're going to measure. Like, in other words, what are they trying to get out of the study? Are they doing a questionnaire, Likert scale? Are they doing a qualitative study where they're interviewing face to face? So that's what that is. So if you don't see that there's participants involved or that there was uh, a method used to actually conduct a study, then you're not looking at a research article. And the research article will encompass these two things for sure. Okay, so make sure you have a research article that does that. Have all that. When you come down here and you scroll down, you'll see discussion about analysis and results and other stuff. You'll probably see some tables, uh, some statistics. To be honest with you, understanding these numbers is like reading another language. It's really difficult. So it's going to be very difficult to read that stuff. If you want to read it, you can. But I always tell students to come down to the discussion area. A discussion area is actually what the results were. The researchers take the numbers and the figures and write it out in an explanation, gives examples as to what the actual study results say. So you want to read that section. This will probably make a lot more sense, and that's what you want to go off of. Reading this analysis and results section, like I said, it's almost like reading another language. So as you read a discussion area, this is the area that you're going to take your information from because this discussion area is telling you what the researchers found. Now, you want to find results. So that's what you're trying to do. Okay. And as you notice, it's a, you know, not too long of a discussion. Sometimes it's a little bit longer. Now you'll see stuff like implications or suggestions, and basically what that's saying is this is what we found from our study. This is what we recommend government to do or parents to do or whatever or whoever the participants to do or even what implicate to what future researchers should do when they're looking for to conduct a study in a similar articles topic. Okay. And I've talked about limitations before, probably limitations in future research. Usually, limitations is a section by itself, but limitations is basically saying that, like, there could be reasons why we got these results or we didn't get certain results. It could be demographics, it could be ethnicity, it could be gender, it could be maybe if you did a study in this state versus this state, or there's so many different variables that can impact the outcome of a study or the type of things that go on within the study itself. So that's why research doesn't necessarily prove anything. It just suggests because you could change variables and it could change results of study. So if you don't see these type of things in articles that you're looking for, then don't use it. It has to look a lot like this, where there's a method section, there's a way to measure the study, there's participants, and usually it's called methodology, by the way, like they use a qualitative or quantitative um, measure, which is like the questionnaire or Likert scale, or qualitative like an interview. So if it doesn't have that, don't use it. Find research articles that have that. After you watch this video, like I said in the post, just press type reply stating that you actually watched the video, and you can and you'll get credit, or you can reply with a question. Your initial question does not have to be 100 words, and I'll accept it, but replies after that do. But feel free to ask any question that you have that may contribute to something that maybe didn't make sense in this video, okay? Or if you need something else. All right, thank you.